Real quickly before we begin, I want to thank this video's sponsor, CarMarshal.com. CarMarshal.com can save you lots of money on buying used or new vehicles, cars, trucks, school buses. If you want to save money, I'll have a link in the description down below. I know I'm going to
True Homestead. May 4th at 2:22 p.m. Email I just sent to the City Council to contemplate. Dear Council, I write to you hoping to inform you as well as clear up any misconceptions you may have. There was a meeting between Chief Rolle, me and others. At this meeting Rolle and Detective Aquino refused to allow me to file a complaint against Officer Alejandro Murguido for filing false criminal charges and for filing false stalking injunctions. They explained that he was off duty so they could take no action against him. This email 1, from Detective Antonio Aquino confirms this assertion. https://www.documentcloud.org//3229435 Murguido off-duty.h. As I could not file a complaint because Murguido was off-duty acting as a private citizen, I had no recourse but to sue Murguido in his individual capacity for defamation. You can understand my surprise when the city turned around to defend him in this matter which the city was not a party to and had no liability for. This led to me filing a records request 1, for all documents and financial record related to the decision to hire WSH to defend Murguido and who made this decision. The city replied that all responsive documents were exempt, which was unlawful as financial records are never exempt. Therefore, I filed the first records lawsuit. This led to me filing a second records request 2, with the city attorneys to see if they too would violate the law. In response I received an invoice for about $350. This bill was fraudulently inflated and there is objective proof of that. Subsequently, Jason Jensen filed a records request 3, which was verbatim identical to request 1. Jensen received an invoice for $18.30, which was identical to request 1, paid the deposit and retrieved the records. Within his records request was an email from Detective Aquino, email 2, which also copied Rolle and was sent to Human Resources asking if the city could defend or assist Murguido. https://www.documentcloud.org//3723721 responsive records dash. This document was the primary motivation for filing request 1. This was the initiation of the decision to defend Murguido, after the city had blocked me from filing a complaint. Also included in Jensen's records were approximately 18 invoices for WSH billing related to defending Murguido. It is noted that only 2 of those invoices existed at the time of filing request 1. However, those 2 documents were responsive to request 1. At the hearing on the case Zeskind made many false statements leading to an absurd conclusion by the court. Zeskind argued that email 2 and the financials documents were only responsive to request 2 which was broader than request 1. However, documents for request 2 have never been produced. What was produced were documents for request 3, which was identical to request 1. Due to this Zeskind's deliberate misrepresentation the court made the wrong decision on these records. This misrepresentation of facts to the court was carried over into the appeal of this case by attorney Edward Guides. Yet, I just received an email 3, showing that both Zeskind and Guides were aware of this matter and continued to deliberately mislead the courts. https://www.documentcloud.org//4450895 Sam and Ed email.ht. Why is all of this important? It is important because once I received the desired documents there was no reason to continue pursuing the case. This could have been dealt with without requiring an injunction or writ of mandamus. The city could have settled by just paying attorney fees of approximately $5,000 and both sides would have walked away, with me waiving any further production of records. However, as I did not get the records until after the filing of the suit, it would have been proper to pay my fees and cost. It is important because Zeskind decided to continue to fight to mislead the court, leading the city's loss of the case. Then Zeskind approached my attorney asking us to settle. We agreed to waive further production of records, and my attorney discounted his fees by 28% to $13,000. At the time, the city's cost had risen to approximately $37,000. I am aware that Zeskind and or Pearl attempted to mislead the council, claiming I came to them asking for settlement, but that is another of their lies. It is important because Gualtieri went forward with his reply to my cross-appeal, continuing to mislead the appellate court. This led to a final cost to the city of over $63,000. Further, in case you were not aware, $5,800 of this is what they charged you to force me to pay the $930 cost, knowing this from the beginning. If you just absolutely hate me, I guess that is cool to waste almost $5,000 to teach me a lesson for exposing criminal behavior within the city. I mean, it's not your money, right? However, if the city desires to be reasonable and or minimize cost, this was the absolute worst move to make. It is important because now I have several lines of objective evidence proving Zeskind and or Gualtieri deliberately mislead the court, are attempting to mislead the court over these matters in the ongoing case, and because I now must inform the judge of this failure of duty towards the tribunal and possible fraud upon the court committed by your attorneys. It is important because the case has been transferred back to the judge from the original case, who will now know that he was overturned on appeal because of your attorney's deliberate misrepresentations to the court. It is important because the city, though they may vote otherwise, has no lawful authority to defend Merguido in the defamation case under FS 111.07 as falsely claimed by Zeskind. This is because Merguido was both not acting within the scope of his official duties, and because Merguido was acting with malice. It is important because there is no possible liability upon the city from Merguido's defamation. The city is not a named party, and the statute of limitations for naming the city under FS 768 has long passed. Therefore, it is not lawful for the city to claim any records related to the defense of Merguido as exempt from disclosure due to risk management or insurance claims files exemptions, which require the possibility of liability on the city to make such a claim. It is important because the unfair practices of your attorneys have forced me to file the second records lawsuit, which the city had expended over $45,000 on, as of February 15, 2018. Therefore, the lies of your attorneys have escalated a simple matter into one in which the city has already lost over $100,000 tax dollars defending, which will only grow significantly as the issues now litigated have exponentially expanded due to your attorney's malfeasance. This does not include the other case for which the city must defend, in which it does have significant liabilities. Also, in the line of being open and honest, as I informed Councilwoman Fairclough after last month's meeting, your attorneys have 2 more times gone behind your back and approached me to settle the claims. It appears since they are now named defendants, they no longer have the zeal to fight me while billing you, as their reputation is at stake. They are also billing at an astounding rate in the current record suit, where they are named defendants relative to the work required in the other cases, even where the city has significant liability. Additionally, WSH had the audacity to bill the city to write the first motion to dismiss, where they only asked to have themselves dismissed and argued the liability should be solely on the city, and they have no liability to FS 119 with attorneys like that on your side. Who needs enemies, right? Just thought these were some facts you might want to consider and keep in mind when moving forward. Thank you for your time, and I hope you have a great weekend. God bless. Dr. James Eric McDonough.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I just wanted you to know that I am using this stuff under fair use. And also remember to like and subscribe this channel. Also too, keep in mind I do not make any money on YouTube. This is 5 hours work a day, you know, fighting for freedom. And you can donate with PayPal and Patreon. I just want you to think about this. If everybody gives to PayPal and Patreon, Patreon is every month. Actually, PayPal you can do every month. I have 12,000 subscribers. If everybody gives, I can quit my regular job and go full-time investigations on Charlotte County and possibly even more and beyond. So just keep that in mind. If everybody helps out, I can go full-time doing this. Thanks.